This from the Associated Press. The Obama administration's own experts estimate their proposal for protecting streams from coal mining would eliminate thousands of jobs and slash production across much of the country, according to a government document obtained by the Associated Press. The Office of Surface Mining Reclamation and Enforcement document says the agency's preferred rules would impose standards for water quality and restrictions on mining methods that would affect the quality or quantity of streams near coal mines. The rules are supposed to replace Bush-era regulations that set up buffer zones around streams, were aimed chiefly at mountain removal mining in Appalachia. In other words, this is going to affect coal mines from Louisiana to Alaska, and these are draconian regulations. During my time in the Reagan administration, I spent a short period as Deputy Solicitor at the Interior Department. I don't know if I've ever told anybody that, but I was, the number 2 lawyer there. So you can issue regulations that are so draconian that you will shut down communities, or you can be rational about it. The Bush regulations protected the same streams by requiring these coal companies to build buffers around them. So the mountaintop coal mining would have minimal effect on the streams and creeks and so forth near the mountain sites. What the Obama administration said is, no, there's to be none of this, period. Because we cannot be certain in every case, in every way, if they'll be protected. It's extremist. It's radical. Notice how they always talk about balancing regulations with capitalism. Needs to be about, they don't balance anything. They wipe things out. They destroy. And so there will be more unemployment as a result of this government and its policies. Meanwhile, in China, they mine away. You know, I get callers here that say, we have businesses in this country who are going offshore. They're creating jobs offshore. I've said over and over again, if our government policies would change, that would change. Here's a prime example. If you have heavy equipment and you have huge investments in it, you have shareholders, you're not going to close down your business because the EPA says so. You're going to move out of West Virginia. You're going to move out of Kentucky. You're going to move out of Pennsylvania, wherever. You're going to go to China, or you're going to go somewhere else where you can do business. You're not going to eat all these costs. You're not going to eat all this capital. You're going to try and figure out where to go to conduct your business. And so what these policies do from the EPA and the Interior Department, they create jobs, but they create jobs overseas. They kill jobs in America. And this is what I keep trying to get across to people, particularly people who have been longtime Democrats or union guys. You don't understand if you keep voting for guys like Obama and Schumer and so forth. They are the ones pushing jobs and companies overseas with crap like this. You're going to shut down our coal mines in West Virginia? Mines from Louisiana to Maine? Well, they're going to take those earth-moving machines somewhere else. Same with oil. You know, the overwhelming majority of us, we've never been in a coal mine. We've never been in an oil patch or on an oil rig. We just assume when we drive up to a gas station, there's going to be gas. We just assume when we turn on the light, we're going to get electricity. Well, assume away, because if this keeps up, you're going to see brownouts and blackouts. Because there is a concerted, strategic effort out of the bowels of this government to reduce our energy use and to reduce the availability of energy, cheap energy. They are driving up the prices and driving out the industries. No, this isn't about being a special pleader for big business. They're going to kill thousands of jobs. I just read it right here. That's their own document. And so when you read these reports, the unemployment is unexpectedly high. It's not unexpectedly high. It's the plan. If you believe America is a force for bad, if you believe America consumes too much, if you loathe capitalism, then when you control the instrumentalities of the central government, you're going to use those instrumentalities against them. That is exactly what's going on today. Carol Browner is a socialist. She left. Mark, you're calling her a socialist. Ladies and gentlemen, she belonged to an organization with the word socialist in its name. Do you know why she left the White House? Because the Republicans finally have one house of Congress, and she doesn't want to be dragged up there to testify about what the hell she's doing. She doesn't like to be questioned. You know how I know? Because I and my group, Landmark Legal Foundation, we deposed her for 5 hours. That's how I know. when she does the rope-a-dope. And she'd look like an idiot. She doesn't want to reveal herself to the nation. These people operate in the shadows. They operate in the bowels of the EPA and the Interior Department. This isn't just academic and theoretical, ladies and gentlemen. These poor coal miners are going to lose their livelihood. Truckers out there, I don't care if you're Teamster or independent, you're going to lose your livelihood out there. Gas station attendants, people who work for oil companies, people who work at refineries, you are targeted. When they shut down rigs, they shut down production, they increase taxes, boom. These companies are moving. They're not waiting around. And it's not their fault. When you have a government that says, we want to tax you more, we want to put you out of business, we want to control you, they're not going to wait around for that. Nobody would. Here it is. You need to understand liberalism, or as I call it, statism, is not for the little guy. It's not for the working man and woman. It's not for the so-called middle class. It's for government. Government and more government. Those people writing these regulations at the Environmental Protection Agency, they make more than coal miners. They make more than truckers. They make more than oil rig operators. They have great pensions. They have great health care. They can't be fired. And they sit there in the bowels of the bureaucracy, spitting out regulations, shutting down operations, destroying jobs, doing things they know nothing about, but they have the power to do it. There is no way working class people in blue-collar areas should be voting Democrat, period. This isn't JFK. This isn't Harry Truman. This is radical leftism, George McGovern style. These people want to remake America. And guess what? You're not included. Your jobs are not included. I know of what I speak. Unless you want to work for the government, then they'll protect you. Because you don't produce anything but trouble. You don't move anything but paper. And you're loyal to the politicians who give you your job, take care of your pension, take care of your health care. For the most part, federal bureaucrats, and don't call me, please. For the most part, I said, federal bureaucrats don't have to worry about their next paycheck. They're whining, oh, I didn't get a 3% increase. I didn't get my 6% increase this year over there at the NEA. Meanwhile, people are worried about their jobs, having anything, so they can feed their kids. It is two Americas. It really is. In this, the pathetic pervert John Edwards was right. Two Americas. The politicians and the bureaucrats and the government America and the rest of us. You know what I mean, brothers and sisters in New York and Los Angeles and Chicago, Dallas-Fort Worth, San Francisco, Detroit. You know what I mean. Atlanta, Miami, Seattle, Sacramento. You know what I mean. And I can go on and on. Look at the housing market. Look at unemployment. Your guys have been in charge in your cities, in your towns, in Washington. Look at it. It's a disaster.